Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing well and enjoying the sunshine wherever you are. The weather is heating up and it's the perfect time to switch things up with your fragrances. Heavy scents can take a backseat for now. Today we are diving into some fresh, clean, maybe a little aquatic, maybe even tropical, just really easygoing scents that shine in warm weather. We've got a mix of designer favorites and niche gems in here. So whether you are just building your collection or already deep in the fragrance game, there's probably something for everyone here. Let's just get into it. So I'd like to start with Vibrato by Sospiro. It's one of those scents that just hits clean, fresh, smooth, and sexy in the most understated way. The opening is a crisp burst of citrus, think bergamot and grapefruit with a refreshing, almost lemony vibe, but in a very elevated, very wholesome way. Then it softens into the creamy, powdery, slightly floral heart. I don't get much rose, but maybe hints of magnolia. It adds just the right touch of elegance without being too soft. And the dry down is pure magic. It's smooth sandalwood, beautifully woody patchouli, and a clean, airy musk that clings to the skin in that irresistible, come closer kind of way. What really stands out to me is how uniquely it's blended. It's a crisp, fresh, citrusy scent, perfectly balanced by floral and powdery notes with zesty, woody, and musky undertones. The performance is impressive, great longevity and projection, leaving a fantastic scent trail. The way the powdery freshness blends with the zesty notes is just flawless. It's rich, full-bodied, and has this effortless depth that makes it stand out. So if you're a guy looking for something versatile, fresh, and classy, something that works for both casual days and more formal settings, and that's sure to get compliments, or if you're a woman like me who's not shy about borrowing from the guy side of the fragrance shelf, Vibrato is a perfect gem, absolute gem. All right, let's keep going. Next up, we've got Oceania by Roja. This one is such a sleeper hit for hot weather. It opens with this vibrant burst of citrus, bergamot, lemon, lime, all really sharp and sparkling like a chilled citrus cocktail on a beach day. But what makes it stand out to me is how quickly it transitions into something more marine and breezy without going full on aquatic. It's got that clean ocean air vibe, almost like you're near the coast, but it's done in such a refined and upscale way. As it settles, the herbal and aromatic notes start peeking through. There's rosemary, thyme, and a soft touch of lavender. It gives the scent a Mediterranean sun-drenched feel, very fresh, very green, very relaxing. It almost smells like a luxury seaside resort where the herbs are growing right by the water. Then you get this gentle powdery base that wraps it all up. It's subtle, think more clean linen powdery than anything heavy or vintage. There's a bit of orris and musk that gives it this smooth, almost skin-like finish that lingers nicely. It really softens the whole composition and keeps it elegant. To me, it's a fresh, citrusy, a little marine, green, herbal, aromatic, floral, a little woody, powdery, and somewhat musky fragrance, which is perfect for hot weather. And when it comes to performance, I'll be honest, I'm not entirely sure. On my skin, it tends to last around 5 to 6 hours, but on my husband, it pretty much lasts all day. After the first couple of hours, it wears in this really refined, close to skin way. It's not huge in projection, but still noticeable, especially in the heat where scents tend to amplify. So if you want it to last a bit longer, I would recommend overspraying or applying it to your clothes. Overall, Oceania is one of those freshies that doesn't just smell clean, it smells expensive, relaxed, and put together. Perfect for daytime summer wear, beachside dinners, or even just when you want to smell like you've got your life together effortlessly. This is Oceania by Roja. Next, I have Gentle Fluidity Silver by MFK. This fragrance is super uplifting, fresh, clean, aromatic, slightly spicy with a nice mix of woody and musky notes. It's all about freshness and simplicity in the best way possible. It's not the most groundbreaking scent profile, but there's something incredibly luxurious and addictive about it. Imagine a high-end kind of soapy kind of freshness, but elevated. There's a faint animalic touch in the opening that you'll only notice if you smell it up close. It's not really obvious in the air though. In the air, it just smells clean and smooth. On my skin, it lasts moderately well, starts off strong, then settles closer to the skin after about 3 hours. But I can still catch whiffs of it for up to 6 hours. If I overspray, it lasts all day, although the opening can feel a bit intense. It clings to clothes really well and creates this lovely, clean scent bubble around you, leaving a fresh, musky scent trail. People will just think you smell super fresh. It's perfect for daytime and especially ideal for warm weather. It's linear, yes, but the simplicity is part of its charm. Clean, pleasant, and hard not to love. Final verdict, a beautifully fresh, musky fragrance that shines in its simplicity, ideal for warm weather and anyone who loves smelling clean and put together without trying too hard. This is Gentle Fluidity Silver by MFK. Torino 21 by Xerjoff. All right, let's talk about this one because wow, this it really brings a freshness right from the very first spray. You get this cool, crisp vibe. It's super fresh with a zesty, lemony opening and a really clean green feel. There's a nice minty coolness right at the top that instantly wakes up your senses. You've got lemon, mint, and a bit of basil working together. So there's a soft, spicy kick in there too. You start picking up on the herbal notes straight away. Things like thyme and rosemary, giving it a sort of natural, breezy feel. Then there's lavender, adding that calm aromatic layer. There's also a little floral sweetness from jasmine and blackcurrant, which keeps it from feeling too sharp or too green. Blackcurrant itself adds greenness to a composition. It's like the perfect mix of clean, green, sweet, and herbal. Now, this is definitely a warm weather fragrance. It's got that bright, airy, uplifting personality that really cuts through heat and humidity. It's light but energetic, cool but still vibrant, and there's a subtle muskiness in the background that just ties it all together. Performance wise, it does really well. I get around 6 to 8 hours with a nice moderate projection. It's noticeable, and people around you will catch whips for sure. It's definitely crowd pleasing when it's in the air. That said, I wouldn't call it a blind buy safe scent. It's super refreshing, but the mint and the herbal notes might not be for everyone. So I would say sample it first and see how it wears on your skin. This is Torino 21 by Xerjoff. All right, next up is Carioca Heart by JusBox. And this one definitely brings the summer vibe, but with a twist. When I first got it, I wasn't sure what to expect, but because the name gave me something tropical and fun. But wow, this scent is like a smooth, sun-kissed cocktail at sunset. It opens up with this really fresh, almost fizzy citrus vibe, like a burst of lime or lemon zest. Super bright and energetic, but it doesn't stay in that typical summer fresh zone. Now, I've heard people say they smell this ripe, juicy yellow mango in here, but for me, it's not quite that. I don't get that dripping with juice, super ripe mango. What I get is more like a green mango, still a little firm, a little dry, not overly sweet, but still very present and beautiful. It's actually kind of refreshing because it gives the scent a bit of an edge and keeps it from going too sugary. There's also a hint of rum in here, which adds this sexy laid back edge. It's beachy but elevated, not a frat party, more like a rooftop in Rio, very well laid back, kind of like golden hour on a tropical rooftop. It's playful and breezy and zesty and still has this cool sophistication about it. The lemon in this is beautifully blended with a soft, airy vanilla that wears light in texture, but don't mistake that for weak performance. It lasts solid 8 hours on my skin with a smooth, moderate projection. The scent feels fresh, but in a musky, woody kind of way. Clean yet cozy. There's a touch of powderiness, but it's more like toasted powdered sugar, gently dusted over the fragrance, giving it this slightly sweet, almost tactile quality. I also get a creamy sandalwood base layered with this velvety, airy musk. There's a tiny bit of sharpness, but it works. It adds contrast without throwing things off. Honestly, I just love it. From a woman's perspective, I think this is such an attractive scent on a guy. It's playful without being immature, and it has this effortless, cool vibe to it. It gives fun guy who knows how to chill but still smells put together. Definitely one I would recommend for daytime, vacation, or even a summer date. It's flirty, easygoing, and just makes you want to smile. All right, moving on. All right, moving on to the next one. This one is actually a designer scent. It's Prada L'Homme Low. This one is kind of underrated in my opinion. Smooth, versatile, inoffensive, fresh, a little green and woody fragrance. Perfect for warm weather. So right away you get that super clean, fresh vibe that Prada is known for. It opens with this light neroli and ginger combo. It feels airy, crisp, like stepping into a cool, modern space with high ceilings and spotless glass everywhere. It's got that classic Prada DNA, but a little more breezy and casual compared to the original L'Homme. There's a soft iris note in here too, which adds that powdery elegance, but it does not lean too feminine or too soapy. It's just enough to feel put together, but still super easy to wear. Honestly, it smells like a guy who always looks effortlessly sharp, white shirt, no wrinkles, good posture kind of vibe. Performance wise, it's not a beast. You're looking at maybe 5 to 6 hours with a softer projection after the first hour or so. But honestly, it suits the scent. It's not meant to shout. It's more like a quiet confidence thing, perfect for spring and summer, daytime especially. Office safe, date safe, just a really versatile, easy reach, clean, classy, chill. If you like fresh scents with a touch of elegance, this one is a no-brainer. All right, next up is another designer. It's Acqua di Gio Parfum by Giorgio Armani. So this one, it's clean, it's elegant, and it's just so effortlessly sexy in a mature kind of way. You get hit right away with this airy marine vibe like crisp sea breeze, and not in a body spray kind of way. It's sophisticated. But what makes it really stand out for me is the incense and patchouli in the base. That combo gives it this warm, almost mysterious undertone that lingers in such a classy way. It's like vacation meets date night, clean but not basic. There's this green, woody, spicy, aromatic, herbal, and earthy richness that balances the freshness beautifully. It's clean but not sterile, fresh but not boring. It has depth. My husband wears this, and let me tell you, when he walks by me wearing this, it's like an automatic head turn. On my husband's skin, it gets warmer as it dries down. That incense really comes alive and gives it this cozy, intimate vibe, like he's just stepped out of a really nice shower, but with something darker and more sensual in the background. It's the kind of scent that makes you want to lean in closer. Performance wise, it holds up really well. I notice it on him for a good 7 to 8 hours. And while it's not one of those shout from across the room kind of fragrances, it leaves this perfect trail when he walks by. It's subtle but very memorable, like a quiet kind of confidence. So if you're into that fresh meets deep kind of balance and you want something that smells grown up without being heavy, this one is a must. And honestly, as a woman smelling it on a man, it's irresistible. Definitely a great pick if you want something fresh but with a little more depth and maturity. This is Acqua di Gio Parfum by Giorgio Armani. And last but not the least is Club de Nuit Precieux one by Armaf. Okay, this one surprised me. Right from the first spray, there's this fresh, slightly sweet citrus vibe, super smooth, not harsh at all. It's got that fresh burst that feels super clean and just a little zesty. I think there's bergamot or maybe some lemon right up front. But what I love is that it's not harsh or overly sharp like some citrusy openings can be. It's more refined, like fresh out of the shower, but with a little suit and tie energy. I'm not exactly sure what the note breakdown is, and I don't find it particularly fruity, but there's a subtle fruity twist that sneaks in, almost like a hint of pineapple or pear. It doesn't feel juicy or ripe though. It's more crisp and dry, adding a light, airy sharpness under the citrus. So to me, it's more sporty than fruity and juicy. It's clean, a bit playful, but still grown up. As it dries down, it warms up nicely with soft spices and a smooth, woody, ambery, musky base, giving it a grounded masculine edge without being too heavy. It becomes this really nice contrast, fruity, more like sporty fresh at the top, but smooth and slightly cozy underneath. There's a touch of very clean, fresh, sexy, and summer appropriate leather, if that's even a thing, which doesn't last too long. I cannot smell it in the dry down. The performance is actually pretty decent for the price. I would say around 6 hours on the skin, which is respectable. Maybe a bit longer on the clothes. It's not a projection monster, but it has that nice, come a little closer vibe, which honestly can be more intriguing than something that shouts across the room. Overall, Precieux One is fresh, subtly complex, and really easy to wear. A great everyday scent that's understated but still engaging. It's not reinventing the wheel, but it's super wearable, and it's definitely one I would enjoy smelling on someone regularly, whether it's a daytime hangout or just running errands, it works. So if you're into fresh citrusy scents with a touch of that breezy tropical vibe, these summer picks might be right up your alley. I would love to hear what your go-to warm weather fragrance is. Drop it in the comment section. And if you're enjoying the vibe here, don't forget to like and subscribe for more easygoing fragrance reviews. Catch you on the next one. Bye.